This morning I read my passage from my Osho Daily Reader, and he was talking about flowing, with existence rather than against it. To not trying to be victorious on our own. Now, for over 20 years, I've been trying to pull myself up from my own bootstraps, as they say, through all kinds of self-development, by a force of sheer will. And when you're charting a new path, you're in a new beginning, a new start line, that gets heavy. The uncertainty, the lostness, just the fear that you're going to waste your whole life in pursuit of that something that you're trying to get at and never really arrive anywhere, especially as you get older. Now, I've had real religious experiences in the past through my ayahuasca church here in Brooklyn in the past 10 years, but I've never made a consistent practice outside of that. Never made it a daily thing. Now, sitting at this new beginning in my life, in the middle of my own internal battles with uncertainty and self-doubt, I find myself reaching for something that I've neglected until now. It's building a relationship with something higher, the transcendent, call it what you will. The word really doesn't matter, but it's just something outside of yourself, And there's an old teaching Osho keeps bringing me back to, that we're guest houses and God knocks in the present, but we're usually off somewhere else. We're off in the past, in the future, and we're desiring and dreaming and searching. So we just kind of keep missing each other. So I've been trying to make more room. Reading my spiritual passages from my daily readers, in the morning and at night. Sitting quietly to watch my breath and what's present for me at some point during the day. To stop at the altar that I built in my little room and say a prayer. To just observe myself and create space for something to emerge, and just sort of loosen the grip on having to win at life. I think about a medicine man that I know in Peru, and recently he mentioned that he was short on money and he was having a rough go of it. And he ended up saying, it's fine, that he's leaving it in God's hands. And I remember thinking that kind of faith, that kind of trust in something bigger than any kind of effort that we could expend to fix it or get ourselves out of the mess. That's what I'm trying to build.